What if the United States, the world's largest economy, was suddenly forced to pay back billions of dollars to other nations? A financial earthquake could be brewing in Washington right now, and it all comes down to one Supreme Court case that could redefine the limits of presidential power. Stay with us to find out what's really happening behind the scenes, because what you're about to hear might completely change how you see America's economic strength. Before we dive in, let us know in the comments. Do you think America should refund these tariffs if the court rules against them? Yes or a no? And don't forget to hit subscribe, because this story is far from over, and the final verdict could shock the world. The legal battle that could shake the U.S. economy. In Washington, the U.S. Supreme Court is facing a crucial test that could determine how much power the American president truly has over global trade. At the heart of the issue is the International Emergency Economic Powers Act, a law passed in 1977, originally designed to let presidents respond quickly to genuine national security threats. But in recent years, it's been used far beyond its original purpose, to justify tariffs on imports from countries like Canada, Mexico, and China. Now, states, small businesses, and trade groups are arguing that this went too far, and that these tariffs were never meant to be imposed using emergency powers. Their message is simple: Congress makes trade laws, not the president. Billions on the line. If the Supreme Court sides with the challengers, the U.S. government could be facing an economic bombshell, potentially billions of dollars in tariff refunds. According to international trade experts, including William Pellerin from Macmillan LLP, the court might not only strike down the tariffs themselves, but could also force the government to return the money already collected. That's right, the tariffs placed on goods that didn't qualify under the CUSMA, the Canada-US-Mexico Agreement. Exemption could end up being paid back. Some legal analysts say there's only about a 15 to 20% chance that refunds will actually be approved. But if they are, it would mark one of the largest financial reversals in U.S. trade history. Backhand index pointing right, stay tuned, because in just a moment, we'll reveal what that could mean for Canada and why some experts believe this could shift the balance of power in North American trade. What's at stake for the U.S.? This case is much bigger than a few tariff disputes. It's about the limits of executive authority. If the court decides the president overstepped by using the IEEPA to impose global tariffs, it could reshape how future administrations deal with international trade. In other words, this decision could take a key weapon out of the president's hands and hand it back to Congress. That shift would dramatically change how fast the U.S. can act during trade conflicts, potentially weakening its ability to pressure foreign economies. But on the flip side, it would also restore a crucial balance of power and prevent presidents from using national security as a legal loophole for broad economic actions. Canada's high stakes. Canada, in particular, has been watching this closely. Many Canadian exporters, especially in steel, aluminum, and lumber, have been hit by these U.S. tariffs, sometimes as high as 35%. If the Supreme Court strikes down these measures, some Canadian businesses could see refunds and even an improvement in their export competitiveness. However, trade experts warn that even if these tariffs are struck down, the U.S. administration has other legal tools it could use, meaning that new tariffs might appear under different names. As William Pellerin put it, even if this tariff law was struck down, we might have to play a little bit of whack-a-mole, because there are other tools in the U.S. toolbox. So, while there's a chance of short-term relief, the long-term uncertainty for exporters remains high. A deepening trade crisis. Over the past few years, tariffs have quietly expanded to cover more and more industries. What began with steel and aluminum has now spread to furniture, kitchen cabinets, wood products, copper, and even automotive parts. That means the ripple effects of this Supreme Court decision won't just hit Washington. They'll reach factories, shipping docks, and small businesses across North America. Economists warn that if the court upholds the tariffs, prices could keep rising, trade tensions could escalate, and U.S. inflation could worsen. But if the court rules against them, Washington could lose billions in revenue, and the credibility of its trade strategy could crumble overnight. The unanswered question: so what happens next? If the Supreme Court declares the use of IEEPA unconstitutional for these tariffs, the government may be legally obligated to refund every dollar collected under that authority. That would mean massive payouts to U.S. importers, and indirectly to Canadian and Mexican exporters who shipped goods across the border. However, most analysts believe this refund scenario has only a small chance of success, maybe 1 in 5. But if it happens, it will mark one of the most expensive legal defeats in U.S. economic history. So, could America really lose billions over this? We'll find out soon, as the Supreme Court prepares to make a ruling that could either protect the president's power or redraw the boundaries of U.S. trade law for decades to come. And here's the part most people don't know. Even if the court strikes it down, the next administration could still find new legal paths to bring those tariffs back, proving that this battle is just one round in a much larger economic war. What do you think? Should the U.S. government refund those tariffs, or keep the money to protect American jobs? Tell us what you think in the comments below, hit like, and make sure you subscribe, because in our next report, we'll reveal the hidden winners if this case goes against Washington. Stay tuned, this story is just beginning. Did you know that over 95% of our viewers aren't subscribed to the channel? We totally get it, life gets busy, and sometimes it's easy to forget. But here's the thing, subscribing is completely free, and it really helps us keep creating the content you enjoy. So why not hit that subscribe button and join our community? It only takes a second, but it makes a world of difference to us. Thank you for your support.